everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is H.M.O.C. And Happy New Year! I haven't done a video for the New Year yet, so Happy New Year. This area here that you're seeing is the candle wax area. It's a separate part from where we make bath and body products, and I just want to show you a little bit of what I use, the different tools and stuff like that. I did make candles yesterday, and that's why you see the measuring container. I wanted to leave it and show you how I actually clean or demonstrate. I'm not going to show you because it's loud. Exactly how I clean my utensils after I do wax. Candle wax melts and candles and stuff like that. This one here is a metal container, and you can see there's a little bit of wax residue left in there. Just a metal spoon. I actually got this from the Dollar Tree. Nothing fancy. Works. And you'll see it's a little discolored down the bottom because I usually use this one. Well, I was using, I don't do it now. I usually use that one. I was using as a sort of a double boiler, so it would have water. And it wasn't really that efficient because the water, as you can see, only came up a certain amount. So this took forever. That's what I started with. It took forever to make candles and wax melts. This container will hold up about 4 pounds, and then has room enough for you to add your colorants and your fragrance oil in it. And that's what I usually do, like my base, and then I'll have tops. If you ever see my candles, I'll show you what the candles look like in another video when I actually make candles, because I'm waiting for an order of jars for a wholesale order, and then I'll show you me actually making candles in that video. So this is what I usually use for my bases. These are what I use for my tops usually, and these are nice because they're easy to clean. Just regular spoons, again, Dollar Tree. Glass, and I have a smaller one, another spoon, and this is my all-time favorite tip to use in candle making as well as bath and body products, and it's a 1M. I don't know if you can see that, probably not. 1M Wilton tip, my favorite all-time tip. Alcohol is your best friend. My poor scale that's seen better days. Yeah. It was my first scale that I ever had, and then I got a bigger scale for doing bath and body products, and I used this for wax only. So everything in this area does not leave this area. We have specific utensils and measuring cups and everything, oils, fragrances, everything for wax and candles. And then we have specific stuff for the bath and body products. This is my handy dandy trusty heat gun, high duty powered. This is actually what I clean my my measuring containers with, and basically I just heat the wax off, wipe it out, and then I'll spritz it with the alcohol and then wipe it out a second time, and then that's clean. I'll do it, and then I'll show you what the end result looks like. If I can move stuff, yeah, you can see I haven't done this in a while. I am just like totally not organized here, but whatever. So this is what we actually mount the wax in. I have one for palm, which I'm not really using because the vendor I had for palm, they actually went out of business, came back in business, stopped selling wax, stopped selling labels. All they do is some of their fragrances now, so I don't know, but I haven't heard great reviews from the people that have ordered from them recently. Them taking the money, not sending orders, but whatever, I'm not going to go there. But anyway, it has a top. You put this one has a bit of palm in it, and I'll show you. That's a bit of palm left in this one, and this one I use for palm oil, palm wax. And then I have my main one, which is soy, and I like this because it has a regulator on the side, and you can regulate your temperature, whereas the other one I was using previously, I had to actually have the temperature gun, which is fine. I mean, it's not too burdensome, but it just took forever. And if you notice, this particular one has a different color handle, which is good to help me differentiate between the two. I don't think I'm going to be doing palm candles anymore, but that's something for us to decide later on. And if you see, there's a little bit of, and it will melt down a full pot in like a couple minutes, whereas I had to wait 20-30 minutes to melt down 4 pounds of wax before. And then it has the spout. You just turn and then it comes out the bottom. And these were adjusted. My husband actually did these for me. Drilled the hole, put the sealant on it, put the valve in, and it works beautifully. This is like revolutionized candle making for me. So that's basically it. This, I have a double boiler over here. I don't know if you can see that. This is basically what I was using, which has a bit of water in it that I was using yesterday. This is basically a rice steamer, and I would put this into here, and that's why it took forever and a day. See, it just goes up a certain amount. I don't want to put it right down because there's still water left in there from yesterday. And I'm like, yeah, that took forever. So I had to find a better way, especially with taking wholesale orders. There's no way I could take wholesale orders and still use that method. This is a lot better. Using this, it was a Presto. I think they call it a big kettle, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's the Presto Big Kettle. It's the biggest one they make. And it's basically for deep frying French fries and that sort of stuff. And again, it was adjusted for me with the thing on. So I'm going to clean one of those measuring cups and then show you how you can get it really clean just with a heat gun and some paper towel and alcohol. And I'll be right back. Okay, so basically all I need to do is take the measuring cup I used and my heat gun and just basically, I've already started it. And basically that's it. Just melt the wax that's in there. Now I'm wiping the excess that was left off. This is the tip. And I'm just wiping that out, getting as much of the leftover wax off of it. And then I'll just wipe this out. It's kind of dark in here. It's kind of a dreary, gloomy day outside. It's really cold. We've had snow, but it's not snowing right now. But it's gonna be snowing again soon. But I guess winter in the Midwest, we have to expect that. So I've wiped out as good as I can get it. And basically now, I'm gonna spritz it with alcohol. Spritz it with the alcohol, and again wipe it, and that's pretty much good to go, and that's ready to use for next time. And if you want to do it 2 or 3 times, you can, but basically the first heating gets most of the wax out, and this is more like a cleaning, sanitizing, and that's ready to use for next time. I heated the outside a little bit because I saw there was like a little drain mark, like some of the wax had drained out down the bottom, down the side of the measuring cup, and it should be pretty much, I don't know why I do that. It's like the bottom hasn't got any wax on it, but I still clean the bottom. I don't know why I do that. It's just a habit. And you can go back and spray it again, and if you think it's still a little bit cloudy, because the wax will be cloudy, until it's nice and clear and see-through. And basically that's it. That's how you clean it. You can't clean it with soap and water like you do Bath and Body products because it won't work with wax. And this is ready to go to use for the next time. And that's basically how I do it. And I would go through, and whichever ones I've used, like this will be the next one. This one has a little bit left in it. You can see that. Spoon has some on it. You can see that in there. And I'll just go through and do the same thing after I finish a project when I'm cleaning up for the day. So now I'm going to show you some new Bath and Body ideas we have for 2019. So stay tuned, and I'm going to take you over to the Bath and Body side. And I'm going to show you, we tested a couple of products last year, and we decided to make either 2 or 3, definitely 2, maybe 3 out of the 5 we tested for last year. So let me show you what I have going on over there. Okay, so this is my Bath and Body area. Since I don't have like a dedicated wash up area, I actually use the kitchen in the common space downstairs. I actually dry my my whatever I use for the day here on my workspace, and then in the morning when I come in, I'll just pack everything away. Kind of helps to keep me neat and tidy, because if not, I seriously wouldn't wash dishes for like days on end if I could. But I don't have that much space, number one, and I don't have that many utensils, number two. So yeah, yesterday I made bath bombs and some lotion bars, and this is pretty much the product of the aftermath of me washing dishes and doing that. So I'm going to quickly pack this away, and then I'm going to show you our new products for 2019. Okay, so I'm back. So a lot of questions I get asked is where I get this from, where I get that from, what I'm using, where I get it from. So I want to kind of address that in this video as well. Here is some of the things I use on a daily basis or when I make Bath and Body products, and I'm going to just quickly go through and tell you where I got them from. This is a glass measuring container, and this I use for Bath and Body products only. If you look at it, it says Pyrex. That one is just for Bath and Body products. This one, which is Anchor, is just for wax products. As you can see, this one has been cleaned out and is ready to use. But this does not come on this side ever. I'm kind of doing a no-no, because I always tell everybody, don't bring it from side to side. Leave those utensils over there and use the ones that are over here, so we don't get them mixed up. So I'm never using anything that had wax in it in the Bath and Body area. So these ones, that's why I did that. Anchor is for candle wax, and Pyrex is for Bath and Body. So this, I think I got these at I want to say either Walmart, or we have TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I found a couple of the big ones over in that area. Usually you can find them in those like resale, I don't know, overstock sort of things, or online. Just look them up. Really good to have. My tips now, again, this is a 1M Wilton. If I can find the marking, which I can't right now. Oh, there it is. I don't know if you can see that, but it says 1M Wilton. And this, again, on this side is my favorite tip. And it's 2 of them. This one's kind of old, as you can see from the discoloration. And I have 2 of them. And those are the 2 there. I have some bigger tips. I got these from a cake shop. When we were in Long Island, there was a candy store, cake shop. They had all kind of molds and cake stuff, and they had these big tips that you would find in like the cake making shops or the bakeries and that sort of thing. There's a fluted one. And basically these 2 are the 1Ms. You can either find them again at Walmart, or I found them in Michael's. And I basically just keep them in a plastic container. I believe this plastic container had deli meat in it at one point in time. Of course, I've washed it. And basically, I just pile them all in there. Some more tips. And just put them inside each other. So these ones, they'll just fit together. Just fit them inside, and they go right in there. Close the lid down, and I have pretty much all my anything that has to do with piping. There's a leaf tip. All the tips are in here that I have. I mean, I don't have a great volume of them because really if I use one or two other ones than the 1M, yeah, that's about it. My 1M is my go-to tip. Close it up, ready to go. These is my utensil caddy, I call it. It's basically a plastic pitcher, which I got from the Dollar Tree. It works, and it's weighted at the bottom with some rocks in plastic. Basically, I wash the rocks, put it in plastic, and it's weighting it down. This is my lye spoon. I got that from the Dollar Tree. A lot of stuff. I mean, people's like always asking me, how do I start soaping? How do I start? You know what? You don't have to start out big. Go to the Dollar Tree. Get what you need. A lot of my stuff that I'm still using years later came from the Dollar Tree. A lot of stuff. The spatulas, not so much. I started with them, but the lye ate into the plastic and it didn't work out so well. So I upgraded from the spatulas. As you will see, this one, again, both of these, Walmart. Stainless steel knife, Dollar Tree. These are like my favorite, one of my favorite scrapers. There should be another one. I don't see it right now, but it'll turn up. They came from Walmart. A couple of bucks each. Great to have. These ones, the bigger ones, and they're silicone. They're like a heavy-duty silicone, and they have like a metal in the handle, which is great. These are Food Network, which came from Kohl's, and you can always find a Kohl's coupon if you can get stuff off. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get started. You really don't, and you really don't want to until you can make a really good go of it. I mean, you don't want to be coming out of your pocket for this venture. You really don't. I mean, you want to spend a little bit of money, but you don't want to go broke doing it. So these I got from Kohl's, and I think I paid for all three of them with coupons and Kohl's cash and everything else, under $5 for all three. Again, plastic spoons, Walmart. I think it came in a pack of 4 or 5. A pack of 4. There you go. 4 spoons. And you see I've got 3 left. I always pick up at least 2 of everything. I know it's kind of crazy, but I mean, especially with mixing bowls and stuff. If I'm measuring something and something happens, I step away and my scale zeroes out or turns itself off. How am I supposed to know exactly how much is in there? If you have another bowl that you could put on to tear it out, then you know. I mean, it's not good to just walk away, but sometimes you forget something across the room, you go to get it, come back, and your scale zeroed itself out or turned itself off because you took too long. Oh well, what are you supposed to do? I guess you could take everything out and remeasure it, but it's kind of a hassle. But anyway, so they come in a pack of 4 at the at Walmart. That's the Walmart brand. This is probably like one of my biggest splurges, but they came from Kohl's, so I didn't spend that much on them. I'm sure Bobby Flay was be like, this is not what I intended my knives for, but this is what I use them for. This big one, I was actually starting to cut. I started cutting soap cakes with, and I still cut soap cakes with this to this day. That's what I use to cut my soap cakes. This little one, I actually cut up samples with that. So the end pieces I would cut up to be samples, and I use that for it. This, again, spoons from the dollar store. You don't need to spend a lot. And these I've had probably since day one, and they work beautifully to this day. Potato cutter. This is what I clean my soaps with. I know you've seen me clean my soaps with this. The edges, the tops, the side, everything. I don't plane my soaps because with the cutter that I used, both my cutters, my multi-cutter and my single cutter, came from Bud on Etsy, if you want to look him up. He has really good quality cutters, but with that, I really don't need to plane my soaps. So I just cut the corners and sometimes the tops when you get that little straggly piece, and this works out beautifully. $1 potato cutter. And then I have a melon bowler, which I believe it's that old. I think it came from the dollar store. I'm not exactly sure. Truthfully, I don't remember. And I don't use it that often. That's the whole thing about it. Because I was making soap bowls with it. But I've gotten a mold since, and it's a lot easier. So it's easier doing it that way. And you see where it goes. It's in the back. And it gets stuck there. And yeah, gets forgotten. But anyway, so that's my little utensils caddy. And molds, you could, again, I probably have one or two of these particular ones, like the same ones, depending on what I use them for, like my shower bombs. I have probably about 10 of the same mold because that's how much volume I make at a time. But like these in-bed ones, these little soap ones, I probably just have one of it. There's no need for that. And this is, I don't know if you can see that, Wilson. Again, Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby. If you have a Hobby Lobby, Etsy, I'm sure somebody sells them on Etsy, OfferUp. You can find them all over the place. So this I actually used to fill my piping bags. It came with my blender. So, yeah. These, as you can see, the markings are off because that's how well they are loved. I got these from Walmart, and the next time I'm in Walmart, I need to get a couple more. But yeah, I probably have about between 6 and 10 of these. These are my go-to for making soaps. I'm sure you all know where these come from. Yep. Once again, the Dollar Tree. And they have other colors. I've seen red, I've seen green, but I like the white because it, you can tell your true color. If you got a green background, can your true color shine through? No. So I want to see the true color of my soap. Do I need to add more coloring, or should I have added less? It's like, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be guessing at my colors because my container that I'm using has a color and it's adding to the color of my soap. So I use white, and seriously, I've probably run through maybe 10 of these since I've started because I'm very heavy-handed. So when I burp my blender, I sometimes tend to crack the bottom. So I'm using right now about 4. And I have in back storage, because I always get extra. Because sometimes I go and they won't have them, and I'll be mad because I need them. And I probably have about 6 or so in the back to be used. This is probably my biggest splurge ever, and I'll probably never do it again. It's I don't know if you can see that. Okay, sorry about that. The memory card on my phone was full, so I went to record the rest of the video on my phone, but it wasn't that great, and it was kind of shaky because I was holding it, and so I downloaded the card, and now I have enough room to finish the video. Alright, so I was talking about the sifter. I probably paid about $15, $18, and I've had it for about 6 years. I'm going to try to make the rest of this really quick. And I got it from a grocery store, but I mean, I was using a dollar one before, and it wasn't the best, and it didn't last that long, so. But anyway, hopefully this lasts another 10 years or more. Pyrex dishes, the little Pyrex dishes, dollar store. I think they're in a set of 2 or 3. Measuring cups. There's a set of 4. And these are also from the Dollar Tree. I have actually gone through 2 of these sets because I find when I use them to scoop up like powdered sugar and regular sugar, and when I'm making scrubs and stuff, I break the handles because it's just too much for this particular plastic. So I went and got a metal one, and I got this from this set from Bed Bath & Beyond, but the metal right here, it's very weak, so when I scoop stuff, the handle actually bends, so I don't see these lasting very long either. Silicone mold. I actually got this one at the end of last season, and you can see it's little bunny rabbits, and end of Easter sale at Walmart, and I think it was under $1 when I got it. They went to like 90% off or something like that. I don't know. So a great tip is to look for after season sales for the following years and years to come for like little molds like this. You don't have to pay. See what it was? $5. And then my cutting board, which I use for cutting up samples and different stuff. $1 from the Dollar Tree. Get these out of the way. And these are the molds I use just about every day, along with the ones I got from Essential Depot. Now, a great place to get molds, oils and stuff like that, where I get stuff from. Brambleberry, which is where these came from. Wholesale Supplies Plus. Bulk Apothecary has good essential oils. Not so much molds. Essential Depot, I actually got my curing racks from them. And I got my molds with the wire, which is only 11 bars across. And they have really good ones. Really, really good ones there. They last a long time. They have the metal baskets, which is good for handling, moving, even just temping down your soap. My husband actually made the wooden outside pieces you see me use with these. If you notice this one, it's very flimsy, and the soap is really easy to get out of. I had 6 of these, and I wanted 6 more to make a total of 12. And then when I ordered again, they had these thick ones. They're not as good. I wish they would go back to these thinner ones. And if anybody knows where to get these from, I would greatly appreciate it, because these thick ones, if I'm used 2 out of the 6, that's about it. I really don't like them. The soap's harder to get out of them and everything. These ones, these lighter, flimsier, thinner ones are, I find for me, a lot better. So that's about it. So going to what our new products are. I know this video is going to be kind of long, but I'm sorry about that. We're probably changing our jars to the flatter profile ones. Easier to get the product out of. We're going to do that. That's going to be for the body scrubs. And I was thinking about doing, if you see, these are small lotion bars in these. I'm thinking about changing the packaging on lotion bars. This is one of the products we're definitely going to be carrying. If you can see this, let me open up the bag. And yes, it is a deodorant container. That's what one of our new products is going to be, is deodorant. We're going to make it an all-natural deodorant. This is one of sort of new, slash reinvented product, because we make scrubs now, but these are some sample scrubs. This one is not scented, but flavored in chocolate, because this one's actually going to be a lip scrub. So we flavor these in different flavors. So this one's chocolate, and this one is strawberry. And these are some of our testers, and we're going to be putting them in a smaller container like this one. Actually, we haven't got the low profile ones like this one yet, but they are on order. So we're going to be putting them in a small container and selling them that way. That's going to be our second new product. So this and the deodorant is our 2 products. And thinking about revamping the lotion bars, and I have about, I don't know, 300 of these tins that I ordered for the lotion bars that we have now, but they were the wrong ones. I needed the thinner ones. Same size, 1 ounce, but it's not the ones we wanted. So I kept them, and I was thinking, what should I do with them? Maybe making a salve. I'm not exactly sure. I want to go sort of that medical sort of healing route. But that's something we can put in that, and that would be our 3rd new product. I'm not sure we want to do that, though. I'm going to have to think about that. We have been testing it, but I don't know if I want to actually get into that. But I have these jars, and it's like, what can I do with them? What really? It's not big enough for a candle, and it's nothing really else. They've been sitting here. I've probably had them for about 2 years now, and I have no clue what to do with them. So that's going to be our new products. Lip scrub, deodorant, and probably changing the lotion bar. So in the weeks to come, I'll be putting out some new videos. I'll show you how we go about doing these new products. I'll take you step by step and because we have been testing the deodorant for a little while now, and we've come up. We started off with 3 different recipes, and we narrowed it down to 1, which is good. And we're probably going to be doing 3 different scents. All essential oil and an unscented one. And we're not exactly sure which. We'll set on one essential oil, and we're going to debate on the second one. Maybe like a unisex scent. Something either men or ladies can use. So that's it for now. Tune in for our next video, and I want to thank you very much for watching, and you have a great day.